It's time for you to learn how to make beats. And so today we'll be starting in FL Studio. If you're using any other program or version of FL Studio, the tutorial will probably still apply, but I will be using a few techniques in here that I think might be exclusive to FL, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so my name is Epsilon, and I'm the producer of rap duo Equation, which consists of me, Epsilon, and my brother Voltaire. And today I will be showing you how to make a beat. The only thing that matters today is that you learn how to start making beats, because to be honest, the hardest part of being a producer is coming up with ideas and to just start a project, in my opinion. And especially if you're a new producer, it can feel kind of frightening. What do you begin with? Do you begin with the drums? Do you begin with the melody? And of course, there are different ways to do it, but today we will be starting with the melody. For the sake of this video, I will be assuming that you do have a couple of plugins, because I just prefer to avoid FL keys. That's a tip for anyone who's using FL Studio and is new to FL. Don't use FL keys. It's a horrible sounding piano. Do not recommend. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this is a free plugin. Yes, as you can see, like I'm assuming you got the basics down. I'm assuming that you know how to create a pattern. I'm assuming that you know how to create drums in this channel rack and how to assign things to the mixer, because those are things I do not want to teach you. Easiest way to start for a beginner is to avoid trying to make a complex melody with complex rhythm and all that. So we'll just start with finding a couple of notes, 4 notes, that sound nice together. Here we have something. What we're going to do now is we're going to pick chords in here, because that's the easiest way to start, I think. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll start with the bass note. You see, we'll be following this melody that we used, as we'll use it as the layout for the chords here. So we'll start with F, and then we're going down to C. So I forgot to do this, major, and now I think I should be right. It works. Okay. And now we're going up to D, and now we're going down to A. And I'm not sure if this is going to sound good. It looks kind of weird, but we'll see. You see, that does sound pretty nice. Like, these are the bass notes, the root notes of our chord progression. But I do want to make an actual bass, so we'll create a new pattern here, call it bass. Like, that sounds pretty good. And I do not want to use this piano sound. I just like to start by using a piano so I know how the chords sound. Let's start with this. I do not think this is a great plugin, to be fair. Alright, I think I want to do something with this. I will start by doing this. It's not absolutely necessary, but I just want to make it sound a bit more natural, so I'm using the strum thing here, and then I'm also going to be using this randomizer. Make sure not to randomize the pitch, because then it'll sound awful. And just randomize the velocity a bit. See, if you don't know what velocity does, and now the lower velocity. Yes, you get the picture. And now we'll be using some plugins to try to clean up this mess that I've made. First, we'll start by using an EQ, because I know that I'm probably going to need it if we're going the direction that I think that I'm going to be going. And now I just want to remove some of the bass frequencies from the chords so that they don't clash with the bass line that I have. I'm gonna be adding this Valhalla reverb, and if you don't have the Valhalla reverb, you can use either Fruity Reverb 2 or Fruity Convolver to achieve pretty much the same effect. And I'm not going to be doing anything crazy here. I'm just going to be... I just want to make the sound a bit larger. How do you make a melody? That's a very good question. It's a question that I don't have the answer to, unfortunately. But let's just mess around and hopefully find something that sounds decent. Right now I'm just using the default tempo. But I think it's too fast, so I will decrease it a bit. I think on something like this. I decided to use a bit of dissonance here. Honestly, I would recommend against it. Like if you see in your chord progression that you typically, if you're not experienced with music theory at all, two notes that are placed together like this, they often sound pretty bad. Sometimes you can make it sound good, and you just have to be experienced to do that. Just take a listen to this sound. Everyone can hear that these sounds are clashing. But if you create some more distance, it doesn't sound as dissonant. As you can see, this B, it clashes with this C, and it's an octave up. And there's just something about this chord progression. It sounds very upbeat and positive in a way. But when you add dissonant sounds like this, it makes it sound more sad and melancholic. Instead. Actually, I think I want to lower the velocity of everything because it sounds too intense. Like someone is like pressing down on the piano like this. That's not what I want. And now, let's take this melody that I created, lower the velocity on it, and let's randomize it as well. Randomize it up. And I want to use the strum thing here again. To make it sound a bit beautiful. And the reason I'm doing this EQ is because I really thought that this sound stood out to me, and I just wanted to make it less prevalent. Equal. I'll just do that, and then we'll somehow get into this. Adding some more reverb. When I started producing, I used to go to this section here. I think every version of FL Studio has some variant of this pack section where you find a lot of different sounds. And they're not amazing. They're really not. But they're a good start. I do think so. But what you can do is you can download a bunch of sound packs, drum packs from the internet. And then just pick sounds that This is a great beginner tutorial. Like as I told you before, bass frequencies can clash, and that's very important. If you have too many bass frequencies going on, it'll sound muddy. It'll sound very strange. So what you need to do then is you need to make sure that the bass kind of ducks when the kick comes in. so that you have space for both the bass and the kick. Now you can see it ducks like completely. Do something like this. And some more saturation, some fatness. I mean, obviously. Yes, so here's the verse. We're gonna do something different for the verse. Put in the cymbals here, maybe.